Tail just did exactly what I wanted for like the longest time. I'm saying, can we please have this in this arc? This is what we need to go through this stuff. We need this shit. And I feel like, you know what? We fucked up with that last week's chapter. Like, here I was thinking, you know, there's two little specials. Here you go. This should have been the ending that we should have had. Like, come on, man. Like, let's just get right into this Fairy Tail one, because I'm very excited to talk about this one especially. So I'm not going to change my opinions on what I said about last week's chapter. I still think those last two chapters that we had were pretty bad. The whole thing, like, yo, just happens that Ichigo and all them had to take down. Although they did damage the blow a little bit. I'm not going to lie. They damaged the blow very nicely. So we got to find out as, like, Ichigo was explaining, like, oh, by the way, you guys just literally came to my shit and, like, fucked it up. And we found out with what, like, Free, like, detected that, like, the whole thing with Wahl, like, his robot, it just actually exploded, and it took everywhere. It took Ever out, it took Freed out, it took Big Side, like, it took all of them out because they went to like protect Ichigo, and I'm like, oh my god, why did you save this irrelevant piece of shit? Like, oh, he's such a fucking piece of shit. Why? Because now you fucked yourself with the shields and all that. I mean, yeah, he was the first one to notice, and it's like, yeah, but it's like, yeah, Ichigo was like, oh my god, you guys, you did it with family, like that, getting all emotional. And here's the thing that people are going to be saying, like, oh, you know, like, there's another plan and all that. So, yeah, you guys are right, so that does damn a little bit low. He was going to sacrifice and blow himself up. But actually, Wahl actually had a human form. He wasn't a machine, and he was just an actual guy that made them. And he's like, he's still got the same magic, I believe. Like, his whole thing is like, maybe I guess he can just create machina. Like, I'm guessing that was. I'm not gonna lie, I like his design. He does look a little bit like weird, like a female. He looks like a feminine version of Gajeel with all like the all the metal parts in him and all that. But you know, even so, I'm glad that was kind of the way. It's like him and like Demaria were like on a ship, and he's just like there laughing and cackling, like, oh, these guys, they should have seen their faces where they blow up on him like that. And it's like, yeah, that was kind of weird to see the character do that. And you know what he did? Just kind of make up for everything. He just decided to go and fucking blow like your face off. A lot of people that I saw as well was like, oh, by the way, this is like Gajeel, like the relative of Gajeel, because he's got like, you know, the whole iron throughout his face and all that. And I'm like, maybe that could be a thing, but honestly, not until we see Gajeel's reaction. So I'm guessing it's like this guy, since he's a Machina guy, it's like, this is probably going to be Gajeel's fight. Gajeel's probably going to be fighting Wahl. I can see that, but he just looks like a combination of like Rogue and Gajeel in the most part. So it's like, yeah, I can kind of see that sort of design going there. But he decided to release a cannon, fired it off, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna blow up Fairy Tail. I'm gonna blow it up with him and like Demaria, and he's just like, yeah, this is like the master the Machina tribe, elite master Wahl, and he just fires off the like cannon. I thought that was kind of cool. And Ichigo doing one fucking thing that was like, okay, you should have done this from the start, Ichigo. You should have come. He actually protected Fairy Tail by using his giant ass guild ship. And you know what he did as well? He actually sent everyone else there. This is what I wanted from the start from the series. So this is what I'm kind of like in Fairy Tail. It's decided, you know, we're gonna bring everyone. Sabertooth, Mermaid Heel, fucking Quatro, Cerberus are in this shit like that. Like, everyone's here. And I like Leon's group. Like, I'm really glad they decided to actually do this. Like, you know, Kagura's there, like Sting, Rogue, Minerva, like, you know, Leon, like that, Shelly, like, all of them are there. And that's what I wanted all this time. So now this means, you know, hey, we've got all these people, like, you've got some really strong ass like competitors there, and we can actually have these guys fight also. It seemed like this fight is just going to continue. It wasn't just like, oh, day sort of one sort of thing. So I'm kind of curious, like, can Wahl like fire off another one of these blasts or something? What they're going to do? Because I imagine, like, are we going to actually have like someone protect it? I'm not gonna lie, it'd be pretty fucking sick if like Kagura unleashes a sword and just cuts the blast or something like that, saying, yeah, I've got fucking cover fire here. You make sure you guys get, like, you know, defenses back online. Like, stuff like that would be kind of cool, like, to see it. But it's like, so from what it looks like, Freed and everyone is out commissioned for this. Like, so yeah, I guess we got some people taken down. We got Ichigo down as well, which, you know, it's fucking Ichigo. So, I mean, he did a cool thing, alright? It doesn't change that I still don't like the character. It's like, yeah, you fucking did a sacrifice. It's like the best thing that Ichigo did was move his ass out of the way so he can bring out all the fucking squads in. Like, you know, you got Mermaid Heel in there. Like, you know, you got fucking Sabertooth, you got Quatro, you got Leon's group. I'm like, That's what I want to see. Like, I want to see all these guys here. And I'm curious, like, are we going to have team-ups? Are we going to have, like, Minerva, Kagura, Urza? Like, if Urza recovers, is she going to fight, like, Demaria? Like, is that going to be her fight? I'm really curious about that, because you know how Urza is probably going to get, like, another fight, I'd imagine. That'd be kind of sick, let's see. Like, or maybe she's, like, an injured form and, like, they have to team up with her. That would be kind of cool to see that, like that. War, I definitely see, like, that's more now going to Gajeel just because of the design and the whole thing about mechs and stuff. Like, I feel that's going to be the whole thing, or maybe that might be Laxus. Maybe Laxus want revenge, so maybe we can see Laxus versus Wahl. That would be an interesting fight. We'd have to wait and see. Like, there's just so many opportunities, and I'm just like, this is the thing, like, with a series, it's like, one final panel can mean just a lot to, like, a series like that. It's just like, you know what? Fuck it. We got people here. That's all I wanted to see. I just wanted, like, those last words saying, this is our fight, and just everyone of, like, you know, the sort of, like, alliance coming around and fucking being, like, absolute G's and saying, yo, Fairy Tail's had our backs, we're now about to have their backs. And this is what I liked about this chapter, and it's like, I'm looking forward to seeing, like, the next couple of people that arrive in, seeing like Demaria, Wahl, and it still doesn't change about the Brandish bullshit, because they're like, oh, look, they captured her, and I'm kind of wondering what the whole nickname was. Like, she always keeps calling like her, like, Randy and stuff like that, so maybe that's her first name, or like just a little pet name she has to her. But I'm kind of curious, but even still, it seems like we're going to get some information from Brandish, and maybe she might break out. Well, she's going to break out, obviously, because I think we need an actual serious fight with her, but still, it doesn't change the fact that last week's, like, 2 chapters were pretty fucking meh altogether, and I didn't like them. However, it really does help that they're now doing stuff, especially this is what I've wanted for a while, like, because these are the big guys, these are the big guns, we're reaching the finale of the season, like, we need everyone there just to take these guys on, to show that, you know, these guys are not jokes. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do against the Spriggans, so we'll have to wait and see. Overall, I fucking love this chapter for, like, just doing that bit. The whole thing with Ichi at the start, a bit shitty, so I'm not going to deny that. I was like, oh, like, a little bit of comedy there. But it did do some stuff I really want to do. So overall, regardless of what, I can't give it a perfect score. Like, I would give it a fucking perfect score if it was just that one fucking, like, couple of panels just seeing that shit. But it's like, I give it like an 8 and 8.5. I really did enjoy it. But it's like, oh, the Ichi stuff still kind of damns it. And the Brandish stuff, like, still kind of, so I'm not changing the score from last week. But yeah, a lot of you guys were right. A lot of people did jump to the conclusion. But it just doesn't soften that blow enough for that. But I'm happy. I got my squads. But I apologize. I'm just happy, and, you know, I'm hyped for the next chapters of Fairy Tail. So let's go. Let's see what these guys can do against the Spriggans 12. But that's all from me. So thank you for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.